A haunted night. It was a cold, dark night when Jack and his two friends, Jeff and Ed, decided it would be a great idea to explore the abandoned, supposedly, haunted, house on the edge of their small town. They had heard plenty of stories about the place and were determined to get to the bottom of them, no matter how frightening. The woods surrounding the house created an eerie atmosphere. As the boys got closer and closer, the trees seemed to close in on them like a dark, claustrophobic tunnel. They felt like something was watching them as they continued on their journey, but they continued without pausing. When they arrived at the old mansion, the sight of it made the boys tremble. It was huge, looming and decaying, but somehow still held an aura of power and menace. They cautiously approached the entrance, but it was securely locked. After searching around the property, they found a broken window at the back and managed to clamber their way in. When they were inside the house, they were immediately struck by its sheer size. It was like something out of a horror movie. They examined the creepy furniture, peering into the dark, musty rooms and searching every corner of the house looking for clues. Then they heard a sound coming from upstairs. The boys were terrified, but they decided to investigate. Creeping up the stairs, they came to a large room at the end of the hallway. Peering through a crack in the door, they saw a figure in the darkness. It was an old man, sitting in a rocking chair beside the window. He had a strange, ghoulish face and seemed to be murmuring something under his breath. His eyes were bright, like two burning lights. Jack and his friends were so scared they were unable to move. After what seemed like an eternity, the old man finally spoke. He told them he was a ghost and had been living in the house for centuries, bound to it by some unknown force. He wanted them to leave and never return. The three boys scrambled out of the house in terror, never looking back. They ran back to town, gasping for air and unable to comprehend what had just happened. As they reached the outskirts of the town, they heard a loud scream behind them. Turning around, they saw the old man, hovering above the ground and now with a face that contorted in terror. He cried out for them to save him, but before they knew it, he was gone. In an instant, the old man had vanished, leaving the boys with only questions. That night had changed their lives forever. Jack and his friends would never forget the experience, and never forget the terror they felt when they faced the supernatural force that lurked in that old, haunted house.